Justice for Johnny Depp. The boy has done it. He beat Amber Heard in the defamation lawsuit. And there is justice. He got it. He got the verdict. He won all 7, I believe, of his claims against her and was awarded $10 million. And then she got punitive charges of $5 million. But I believe, he can't get $10 million because there's a cap on what he can get, so he only gets 800, 8,350,000, I believe, is how much he's actually gonna get from the court, and then Amber Heard has to pay him the $5 million. So there's that. This is great. So following this, Mr. Depp, he made a statement. He said, 6 years ago, my life, the life of my children, the lives of those closest to me, and also the lives of the people who for many, many years have supported and believed in me were forever changed. All in the blink of an eye. False, very serious and criminal allegations were leveled at me via the media. 6 years later, the jury gave me back my life. I am truly humbled. My decision to pursue this case, knowing very well the height of the legal hurdles that I would be facing and the inevitable worldwide spectacle into my life, was only made after considerable thought. From the beginning, the goal of bringing this case was to reveal the truth, regardless of the outcome. Speaking the truth was something that I owed to my children and to all those who have remained steadfast in their support of me. I feel at peace knowing that I have accomplished that. My quest to have the truth be told will have helped others, men or women, who have found themselves in my situation, and that those supporting them never give up. I also hope that the position will now return to innocent until proven guilty, both in the court and in the media. The best is yet to come, and a new chapter has finally begun. Truth never perishes. What a man, and what a statement. He's just showing his gratitude towards everyone who believed in him. And it's just a nice statement that, he's got his life back, pretty much. You'll never see companies like Disney say, oh, we were wrong, or Warner Brothers go oh, we were wrong, we're sorry for what we did. The fact that they supported Amber Heard. Because, she was the woman in it, and the woman's never wrong, right? Well, Amber Heard also made a statement after she got her ass kicked in this trial. She said, the disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I am heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. It is a setback. It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. It set back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. I believe Johnny's attorney succeeded in getting the jury to overlook the key issue of freedom of speech and ignore evidence that was so conclusive that we won in the UK. I'm sorry I lost this case, but I'm even sadder still that I lost the right that I had as an American to speak freely and openly. Go jump in a ditch. How about you go jump in a ditch? This woman is just absolutely, she's so full of it that, she lets them go in the bed, pretty much. Piss off. There was a fake GoFundMe set up for her to help her pay for, the $5 million, and then GoFundMe said, yeah, you can take that down. Which I found pretty funny. But I'm glad the trial's finally over. And I'm very glad that Mr. Johnny Depp won the trial. Thank goodness. Good on you, sir. You deserve a lot. Hopefully to see you in more movies. Can't wait. You should have been Grindelwald this whole time in the Fantastic Beasts. Now, moving on to, other news, a lot of wrestling news. Killer Cross was supposed to actually be on AEW. He was supposed to make a one-off appearance for AEW. He was going to be taking W. Morrissey's spot, during the whole MJF Wardlow thing. But they didn't do it, so he David Morrissey came in. I'll be honest, I filmed this at 7:30 in the morning. Regal talked on a podcast that when he was in NXT, that he was going to try and sign Daniel Garcia, Ricky Starks, and Wheeler Yuta. Mr. Regal, I don't know how you were going to get Ricky Starks. He was already signed with AEW by the time 2020 pandemic was really going. So I don't know how you were going to get him, but Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta, I can see him trying to sign them. Colt Cabana has been listed that he would be on the Ring of Honor roster, which is why he hasn't really been seen on AEW a lot. It's because when ROH restarts, he's going to be one of the members on that roster. So that roster pretty much has Colt Cabana, Brian Cage, and Samoa Joe, Mercedes Martinez, and Jonathan Gresham. Pretty much that is your ROH roster. And I guess FTR because of the tag champs, but they might lose the belt before that. But that's your Ring of Honor roster so far. Will he bring more Tony Khan? Like, I don't know. I'd love to see, like, Dalton Castle obviously come back. Joe Hendry. Shane Taylor. Like people who you can get, because some of them have now, a lot of Ring of Honor guys have now got to other stuff. Like OGK is now in Impact and NWA. PCO is signed with Impact now. Rhett Titus is on NWA. Kenny King is in Impact right now as well. So like a lot of the Ring of Honor guys are kind of doing their own thing now again. So I think it'd be hard to get some of them back. But I think like the people like Dalton Castle, Cheeseburger, Josh Woods, like the guys who have been on AEW TV, you can easily bring them in to go to ROH. And then you could even take like some of your AEW guys who aren't being used a lot and just put them on ROH. Very simple. Bit of sad news. Matt Cardona got injured at an indie show, and at that indie show he dropped the Impact Digital Media Championship to Rich Swann. And now he doesn't look like he'll be making it to the Always Ready NWA pay-per-view, which does suck, because the pay-per-view was obviously named after him. It was his pay-per-view, which does suck, and it doesn't look like he'll be making it. So far, they've said he's still going to be there, but we don't know what's going to happen with his match with Nick Aldis, because he was supposed to defend the NWA World's title against Nick Aldis. I hope they don't strip the belt from him, and we can find something out real soon. Speaking of Always Ready, Sam Shaw, the former Dexter Lumis, is going to be at Always Ready. He is going to be facing Brian Myers in a match. I thought Brian Myers would be taking Cardona's place in his match against Nick Aldis, but no. Brian Myers is getting a match against Sam Shaw. All right, cool. WWE seems to be done with the women's tag team belts. They kind of canceled their ideas of doing a tournament, and now it looks like the belts are gone. These belts should have been gotten rid of years ago, so I fully support this. Jake Atlas has been arrested. He was arrested for domestic abuse, attacking his boyfriend. And yeah, he got drunk, attacked his boyfriend. Cool. Well, it's not cool. It's not a good thing at all. But I never liked Jake Atlas, so this just proves my instincts were right. But I mean, it still sucks. It's still horrible that he committed domestic abuse. That's never like something to joke about or anything. But yeah, he was signed to AEW. He's been off on the injury list for a while now. You can expect AEW to cut him. He's gone. His career's over. Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti got engaged. Sammy shared it on Twitter. They got engaged near the Eiffel Tower. Happy for them. Then we've got a big wrestling situation, which I will end this on. But so we're gonna jump over that and talk about the Doctor Who news. So the Ninth Doctor has his season 2 box set 2. So box set 5 overall has been revealed. It'll be called Into the Stars with the 3 stories. So this one is all about aliens. We have Salvation 9 by Timothy X. Attack. The Doctor happens upon an unusual outpost and discovers it to be inhabited. Discover it to be annihilated. To save Salvation 9, he must rally a people for whom war is an alien concept and protect the future of the Suntaran race. Last of the Zeta Scene by James Kettle. The rich and the criminal rub shoulders on Stage 9 Spaceport and play high-stakes games for valuable prizes. The Doctor is always interested in endangered species, and the Zeta Scene is more endangered than most. And the final story is Break the Ice by Tim Foley. On a chilly space station, the Doctor meets a group of scientists experimenting with cryogenics. But when one subject returns from an extreme sub-zero temperatures, he does not return alone. A creature awakens that can freeze the soul with icy fingers. Jack Frost. Yeah, they recorded this in October and October and November of last year. And wow, there you go. Ninth Doctor and the Centaurans. Look at that. They're just having Christopher Eccleston face every monster he can, not the Daleks. Which, you know what? That's what I would do too. Just get all of them in as you can. Fair enough. I do the same thing. We have other stuff too for the Fourth Doctor's Series 13, which isn't going to come out till 2024, but we do have some stuff on it, which is mainly the story titles. So the first set of Season 13. Season 13 is going to be split into 3 volumes. The first set, which is scheduled to come out March 2024, we have these story. What do we know about it? What we know about it is it's going to be the Fourth Doctor with Harry Sullivan, and then they're going to get a new unit person called Naomi Cross, who they've, I believe, also just introduced in the unit series. So they've set her up now, and then she'll come over to the Fourth Doctor stuff. But all this stuff was recorded back in 2019, and it's coming out in 2024. But we know the stories, what they are called. I think some stories also might have a bit of info on them. I do not know. Don't quote me on that one. So here we go. The first story is The Storm of the Sea Devils by W.K. Barnes. And then the other one is Worlds Beyond by Robert Kahn and Tom Zielinski. So we're going to get the Fourth Doctor versus the Sea Devils. We have Matryoshka by Aurora Fearnley, The Caged Assassin by Matthew Sweet, and Metamorphosis by Lisa McMullen. We have The Face in the Storm by Sarah Garchala and Dominant Species by John Dorney. So those titles don't really tell you much besides Storm of the Sea Devils. And then this news that I skipped, and it's going to be the big one. CM Punk came out on Rampage. And he came out on Rampage, and he had news regarding himself and the AEW Championship. He said that he had injured his leg or shin, around that area, and he needed surgery. He'll be out for about 6 months. Not 6 months, sorry. 6 weeks. And he came out, and it looked like he was going to vacate the AEW Championship after he just won the belt at All Out. I mean, at a Double or Nothing. However, he said Tony Khan told him, no, you're not going to do that. I believe in CM Punk. This is just a minor setback. This is a bump in the road. We will get through this. So he is not relinquishing the AEW Championship. What is going to happen is this. On Wednesday, there will be a Battle Royal to kick off the show. The winner of that Battle Royal will fight Jon Moxley, who is the number 1 contender, in the main event of that Dynamite. So on Wednesday. The winner of that match will head on to Forbidden Door. The main event of Forbidden Door, in a match to determine the interim AEW World Champion. Who will their opponent be? And how will we decide their opponent? Well, at Dominion, New Japan Pro Wrestling's Dominion, Hiroshi Tanahashi will be facing Hiroki Goto in a match. The winner of that match will head to Forbidden Door in that main event. So the winner of the main event of Dynamite and the winner of that match at Dominion will face each other at Forbidden Door to crown an interim AEW World Champion. And then when CM Punk is back, the interim champion Punk will have a unification match to determine who is the real AEW champion. Nice and easy. Very difficult on the live broadcast when Chris Jericho was going on saying he has to relinquish the title, and then it's like, no, he doesn't, because then the lower third came up. So what do I think? This sucks that CM Punk has to go away, like as he just won it. Because I know they had such big plans. As to who wins, okay, I obviously Tanahashi's going for Bindor. They could do John Moxley versus Tanahashi singles, because I know Mox has been wanting that for ages. So give them that matchup for Bindor, or they could give it to someone else. I don't know who wins the Battle Royal. They haven't announced anyone for the Battle Royal. There's so many great people who could win. Like Miro could win the belt. Bryan Danielson could win the belt. You could just give it back to Hangman to hold on to for a bit if you wanted to. Or you could give it to Tanahashi. Screw it. Let Hiroshi Tanahashi be your interim champion while CM Punk is gone, and then when they come back, they can have the match they were gonna have. Like, there's so much that you can do. Like, with this situation. I have no idea what's gonna happen. All I know is I'm just looking forward to Forbidden Door. That's all I know. I am looking forward to this pay-per-view and looking forward to see how the situation will develop going forward. And that's it, really. That's all I got. And that's it. That's all I got for today. Oh wait, no, it's not. I can do a mini review of WWE in your house. How could I possibly have forgotten WWE in your house? The NXT pay-per-view. I was almost going to leave you high and dry without talking about it. Alright, this show. It started off with the family of Tony D'Angelo, Stacks, and Two Dimes versus Legado Fantasma. The winning team joins the losing team. This match was a pretty good match. I quite enjoyed it. I mean, obviously, Stacks and Two Dimes are kind of no-name, so them doing anything didn't really make me, care. But everyone else I did care about. I was really rooting for the family. I think they should have won. And, well, in the end, we had Elektra Lopez. She kind of slid Santos some brass knucks, and Santos is like, I got it. However, Tony stopped it. He stopped the brass knucks from being used. Then it was, I believe, Joaquin Wilde used the crowbar that, Tony always uses. And Stacks pushed him out the way, and he took the crowbar. Tony then just snatched the brass knucks off of Santos, kicked him out the ring, punched Joaquin Wilde out, and then Stacks, who got hit with the crowbar, this whole time was kind of just like, he got hit with the crowbar, and he's just kind of laying on like the corner. He falls unconscious onto Joaquin Wilde and wins the match of the team, and the family win. And the God of Fantasma is now part of the family. It was a good match, man. I did enjoy it, and I am actually looking forward to seeing where this is going to go. Then we had Toxic Attraction defend their tag belts against Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. I did not watch this match. When this match started, I went, okay. And I went and watched the year-end show from New Japan back in 2014 to kill time. But Toxic Attraction won, obviously. Carmelo Hayes fought Cameron Grimes for the North American title. Cameron Grimes was champion. This match was, of course, very good, as I thought it would be. And shockingly enough, Carmelo Hayes won the belt. I was very confused. I was like, well, you just gave the belt to Cameron. Why take it off him? But then I realized if they want Solo Sikoa to win, then I guess in their mind it makes sense for him to be the heel. So that sucks for Cameron Grimes getting such a short reign, but I guess I can understand what they're trying to do. Mandy Rose defended the NXT Women's title against Wendy Chu. This match I really didn't pay attention to because I didn't really care. Mandy Rose, in the end, though, she did win. So there's that. Pretty Deadly defended the NXT Tag titles against the Creed Brothers. I was hoping the Creed brothers killed Pretty Deadly, and that's exactly what they did. They destroyed these pieces of garbage, and freaking Julius Creed did a damn shooting star press. And the Creed brothers are now your NXT Tag Team Champions, and they get to stay in Diamond Mine too. And then the main event, Braun Breaker defends the NXT title against Joe Gacy. The match was all right, wasn't much. But at the end, oh my god, Braun Breaker speared, and it was a spear. Let me tell you, he speared Joe Gacy out of his damn boots to win the match in the end. And that was in your house. Out of 10, I give it like a 5. You had the 6-man and the North American title match. I think was the 2 matches I could say were actually good. The main event was okay, and then the women's matches didn't give a damn. So I say like you know what? Then I'll say like a 6 out of 10. That was NXT in your house. And not only was that in your house, now that's the end of this episode. So now we can end it.